All right, hello and welcome. This is another episode in the New Champions universe, season 3. This is the solo storyline for the character called Commandant, played by Jacob. So, when Jacob told the group of GMs he really didn't know what his character had been doing recently, we talked through a bit. We came to the consensus that maybe he was only activated when needed for missions and made dormant when not needed. I know that sounds familiar if you're familiar with some pop culture. Won't name names, but this gave a whole lot of freedom when it came to coming up with a story arc to introduce the character and even how to integrate him with the world. I hope you like what I come up with and take the character to the next level from here. Just want to know, you got anything to say or add before we jump into this?
Uh, no.
Okay, all right. So I posted this in Discord a little bit ago. Here's a story intro. When you don't know where you've been, how do you know where you're going is the right destination? For Robert William Black, a.k.a. the Commandant, consciousness sometimes come with the very unwelcome complication that he doesn't always remember how he got there. Is his bionic arm to blame? Tonight, he awakens just as the heavy door closes behind him, and he finds himself inside of a barroom, holding a small slip of paper with just 2 words on it. Big Lou. So I know you've already taken a couple minutes to take the scene in. It's what you see. I am going to assign you your character.
Hey, he doesn't wear any. Oh, hush my mouth. That guy's totally wearing glasses. All right, that's that's egg on my face.
All good. Let me just make sure that you are in here. Commandant. PC. I forgot that I had to give your character, I had to actually load the scene.
Oh my God,
Commandant.
that's right. I didn't even realize this at first, but I don't see any of the UI elements. Does that only come up once a scene has been like loaded now?
Yep.
No, once you
Well, you've actually got to pick a color. So you're currently white, so I want you to pick some color.
That is like an actual color?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be purple. Nobody gives
Purple.
purple enough credit.
There you go. Hey, I used to fight over purple. But
yes.
yeah, I settled on pink. So do you have your character on your screen now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to go back to looking at the scene here. I've actually got some cameras set up for me, so when you look at the recording, I wanted to make it look dramatic. So we got some interesting lighting here. All right. You come to consciousness to the feeling of a warm breeze at your back, followed by the sound of a large, heavy metal door closing loudly behind you. At first, there are only quiet sounds around you, people speaking, glasses clinking, billiard balls cracking together. Those slowly fill your ears as if they are off in the distance. As the sounds get closer, the darkness to your vision lifts, and a dimly lit barroom room comes sharply into focus. Pool tables across from the entrance, barrel tables in the middle of the room, a couple of arcade machines, and a bar at the far end. There are enough people here for it to feel cozy, but not overly crowded. A tall ceiling and a balcony make for an open space, and a glimpse of tables overlooking the main area indicate this isn't just a simple country bar. And you are free to do whatever it is you think you need to do here.
Oh, that's weird. Sorry,
What?
I had my skill rolls and dice rolls tabs opened, and they like sort of merged with each other, so it
Hmm.
was one list.
Yeah, I noticed that the skill rolls are open by default with the hero mod.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, if you just left click on skill rolls, it'll like open, and then click it again and it'll close them.
Hmm. I'm familiar. I use the hero mod for my games. Well, an older version. The version I have doesn't have scene loading.
That's something that I've written.
Oh,
So
wow.
we've made some
Cool.
updates. I've kind of taken over some coding duties from Brennell for the hero mod. Obviously we owe a lot of thanks to him for getting it started, and
Hell yeah.
right. But there's some things that we've enhanced to it just to make running games a little bit easier. Fix some bugs, add some enhancements, etc.
Awesome. It warms my heart to see it still continuing to grow and evolve.
You're not a
Anyway,
coder, are you?
a what?
A coder,
No,
programmer? Okay. All
not
right
much
then.
of one. I have experience being a programmer's assistant, but
Okay.
uh,
All
I
right.
don't I don't think that counts, since you could do the same thing with a rubber ducky.
All right. Back to the scene at hand. I assume you can tell where you're at.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
You are.
Uh,
I will let you ask the questions.
I will just glance at the paper that says Big. Like it literally just says Big Lou.
It literally just says Big Lou.
Okay. Is it like a piece of scrap paper? Like, was it made from something else? Was it like torn
It
off of
was.
something?
It was a small. It's like a fortune cookie scrap of paper.
Ah, okay. All right. Well then, I suppose the first thing I'll do is scan the bar for anyone who, to my eyes, looks sufficiently big or Louish.
Well, why don't you give me a perception roll then?
That sounds perfect.
So nothing beyond what you've already noticed stands out. You see a bunch of guys playing pool, people at tables in the middle of the room, some arcade machines at the far end.
All right. I'll oh.
Do you happen to take note of your hand? You're actually dressed in normal street clothes, wearing a leather jacket and gloves. Your cyber arm is not visible.
Oh. Now that would give me pause.
Yep. Jerry, did you
Uh,
just put my girl on the bar?
Yes, on accident. Sorry.
That is not who dances on the bar. We'll get to that later.
I was trying to turn the scene and accidentally grabbed the girl.
Man,
I'll leave it alone.
All
that's
right.
funny. My friends say the same thing.
Do I need to start locking some things here?
I suppose I'll just sort of stop and like flex the hand a little,
Okay.
just to confirm that it does still feel artificial under.
Yeah, everything seems to be in order the way you would expect. You're just you're dressed in civilian clothes.
All right, then. All right, then I'll see that, and I'll assume that I'm supposed to keep a low profile, looking for Big Lou. So, the first thing I'll do will be to saunter on up to the bartender and order just something. Just he doesn't. Commandant doesn't actually care what he orders. He'll just pick something at random.
The bartender is very engrossed in a conversation with an attractive woman on the bar. But while you're over there, this girl here wanders over to you.
Interesting hair. That looks like it would be a nightmare to set up the materials.
She gives you a big smile and says, "Hey, I'll bring you to your usual. You know it."
Yes, thank you, Miss
Stacy? You all right, Robbie?
Right. Yeah. Just
Okay. I assume you're looking for Lou.
You'd assume correctly.
Yeah, okay. Well, she points over to the alcove where the guy in the blue shirt is pacing around. He's like, he's right over there. He looks like he's anxious to talk to you.
I have been known to have that effect on people. I shouldn't keep him waiting.
Okay.
Thanks, Stacy.
Okay. So you wander over there and he sees you And he looks relieved. He goes, "Well, you're earlier than I was expecting. And I was expecting your other ID, but that's all right. I'm glad you're here." He gestures to the booth next to where he's been pacing and pulls you into the booth and immediately starts talking in hushed tones. Here, hold on a second. Don't grab your guy. I got a trick. Oh, well, you did it. So,
I am no stranger to setting up the scene visually.
yeah, well, I actually had you on a different layer already set in the booth, so I didn't have to go around with moving you all.
Wait, really?
Yeah, watch.
All right. Here, I'll move
So,
my guy out of the way.
Nope, just leave him there. You're gone.
Oh.
And now you're there.
Oh.
So,
I think that's a different sitting pose, too.
well, yeah, I put a sitting pose on all the NPCs that were here so that I could, well, most of them anyway, so that I could have them sit down. So anyway, Lou looks a little flushed. He looks a little nervous. He's like, "All right, you know what? I'm glad you're here. Let me give you the latest. First things first. I think they're on to us." So Lou's talking pretty quick, but he's got a Midwestern accent, and he sounds like he's from Chicago. I won't do Chicago as a disservice and try and do their accent because, I won't. But
I blame you every time I try to do a Chicago accent. I end
yeah,
up wandering off to Boston.
that's exactly what was going on there. It's not the Bears, from Saturday Night Live, but, he definitely has, you can tell that's where he's from. I saw someone creeping around outside my hotel last night, but when I checked, I couldn't find anybody. That's when I called you. Since we've already spotted 2 known members of Cadre Red during these recon missions, the last thing I wanted was a possible encounter with them, by myself. So our sources may be getting close to finding the location of the lodge. We've narrowed it down to an underground location in the region. We're currently looking into Cincinnati, Toledo, and Millennium City. We haven't gotten anything concrete yet, but that's more than we had last time we spoke. How's Commandant feeling about what he's hearing?
Commandant is going to nod and definitely not show that this all means as much to him as if he had just jumped up on the table and started reciting Bible verses in Spanish.
Genesis in Spanish. All right, that's a new one. Give me an ego roll.
Okie doke. Just a naked ego roll?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So, inside your head, you want to know more, but you don't actually ask. Unless you'd like to ask.
You know what? I think what I'll do here is leverage my definitely really good persuasion to try and set this up. I'd like to try and persuade him to lay out everything he knows about everyone he just said.
All right.
If he questions me on it, I'll just say something like stranger protocols.
Okay, so give me a presence or a roll, and tell me what subject caught your eye.
Or
presence.
Roll? Okay. Let's start with that faction he named.
Cadre Red.
Cadre Red, yes.
All right, so give me a roll. Okay. Well, that's a really good roll. Well, Cadre Red, they're the group of individuals within level 37. They all specialize in infiltration and assassination. And you know how they got the rank system in level 37? Well, membership in Cadre Red supersedes all that. It grants them a higher status within the organization. We even believe one of their top members is able to send people to an interdimensional plane so they're not found. That's what Cadre Red does. That's who I think was snooping around my hotel, and they are scary. Well, most of all, they're all scary.
I know.
Well, maybe
I
not
know.
to you, but, to us normal Joes.
Listen. I need you to walk me through exactly why they might be coming after you. Any detail could be important.
Well, we've been running an operation to try and find the lodge. So we've been checking out Millennium City, Toledo, Cincinnati, big cities in the area, trying to find the lodge. We think that, the lodge is the location that Level 37 uses for high level meetings. We think it's used by elders and special operatives. We know it's underground, but we're not sure where yet. And since you made your persuasion roll so good, so we even think it might be their main HQ. And it's a hub. They use this is total rumor, but it's the hub. They use interdimensional access to travel between other locations worldwide, and you can only get there by teleporting. It's crazy. But I don't know all of that's true. Just underground, elders. There's so much we just don't know about level 37.
And yet, you worry we may know enough to
Well,
draw their attention to you?
yeah, they're ramping up their activity. They got resources and people everywhere. They're getting bolder with their actions. So they kidnapped some dude named Roland Drake. Well, you know Roland Drake, the billionaire guy, owns Drake Industries International. They are the one who kidnapped him for IERA custody last month. We confirmed it to be their work. And you know who we spotted? We spotted that countess or that lady Dulcina, that vampire chick in Cincinnati, and Jack Van Brunt. I think he was by Toledo. Those are the two guys from Cadre Red that we saw, and always a worry when they're around.
He'll just he'll nod as he says that.
All right. So after a little bit, wrong camera.
Sorry, I'm a little late.
What was that? Oh,
Oh, sorry, I'm a little late, you guys.
hi, Kurt. So after a little bit, the lady in the hat that you talked to earlier comes by and says, "Hey boys, how are you tonight? I brought the usual. Diet Coke for you, Lou." She sets down glass in front of Lou. Gin and tonic with extra lime for you. She sets down a tumbler in front of you. By the way, looking good today, Robbie. Love the stubble look on you. She gives you a nice smile and actually caresses the stubble in your cheek here.
I'll smile and I'll say, "Oh, thanks. I did it just for you." And then I'll make an exaggerated wink.
Oh, you're the best, Robbie. Hey, anything going on?
I may have a work thing I gotta deal with, but
Oh,
I'm not.
don't we all? Trust me, I know. Hey, you enjoy. And she gives you kind of a flirty smile and a wink. She walks off. She's got a tray of drinks, and she takes it over to the guys playing pool. Anything you want to add before she takes off? Sorry.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave her over by the pool table for now. But she's moving around the bar. You can tell she's the waitress, and she's getting drinks to and from people.
Sure.
So.
Right. Commandant's gaze will sort of linger on her for a bit before he turns back to Lou and says, "Where were we?"
Well, we were being interrupted by Stacy, which, that never sucks. She's always so nice to us.
He'll
And he takes a big sip of his Diet Coke, or his drink, and he's like, oh, all this talking.
Understandable. All right. If they're snooping around you, it's probably safe to assume they're not going to stop at stalking you. Do you have any idea how much time you have?
Well, there's no telling. Like I said, I thought I saw someone last night, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. And he takes another drink of his drink. But, they just don't want us to get close. What the heck is he doing here? All right, he's not there. Sorry, there was a figure in the scene who wasn't supposed to be there.
Hey, are you guys still open? No, go away.
Huh?
Are
you able to see the face on the waitress model, Jacob?
I hadn't.
Was it just the lighting, Jerry?
No, it's been anywhere you move it.
The face.
It's like the texture just didn't transfer over.
The face is there for me.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure every once in a while in her standing cycle, her hair moves independently of her head, but
It does. It does. It drives me a little nuts, but, not much I can do about that. Well, with my skill.
Understandable. I mean, hey, you can at least animate things. I can't do that yet.
Oh, we'll get you there if you want.
Yeah.
All right. Give me another ego roll.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Good ego roll.
Little voice in your head says, you want to ask him to tell you more, but
what?
But you're not compelled to.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't leave me hanging there, little voice in my head.
Nope.
Me and you, we're all we got.
Yeah.
Are you sure you've told me everything? Any little detail could be important.
Yeah, that's everything. What's with you tonight, Robbie? You should know most of this. We've been working on this for months.
It's not about what I know, Lou. It's about what you know. I'm trying to figure out what reason Level 37 could have to come after you in the first place.
Well, yeah.
And I can't do that if I don't know exactly what you know from exactly the angle you know it from. Does that make sense?
All that. You know that it's my job to, as a contractor with the IERA, to find the lodge? That's what we've been working on this whole time. You've been right there with me most of these nights. We come, we chat. I tell you what we found. That nothing much has changed. You been hit in the head tonight or something? So, as you're having some conversation, the loud sound of the large metal door closing hasn't really raised your eyebrows before, as it's been opened and closed multiple times. But a chill permeating the air following that sound this time gives you pause. A sing-song female voice calls out, "Lou," quietly. Moment later, the same voice repeats, Lou. A little louder and a little closer.
Well, shoot.
Lou.
I'm going to just like voice down. I'm gonna like with my voice like very low, trying to only speak loud enough for Lou to hear me. I'm going to say, Lou, you need to leave. You need to find somewhere, and you need to take cover. Do you understand me?
He doesn't respond. Give me a perception roll.
Oof.
He doesn't respond. He's sitting there. He's got his Diet Pepsi held up to his mouth, but he's not drinking it.
Is he? Well, I guess with that perception roll, I can't tell if he's breathing now, can I?
Yeah, he's his eyes are moving, but he's just he's heard his voice and he's not responding. Okay. So
Commandant will just
even with your roll, at this point, a gaunt, pale-skinned woman appears from around the corner of the alcove. She has dark hair up in a bun, has bloodshot eyes. She gives a broad, wicked grin as she looks in your direction. Hi, Lou. There you are, my boy. And ignore the model. She's not actually holding a knife that you see.
Oh, okay. That was my next question.
No, not yet. Other than her appearance, being a little morbid. She's not really threatening yet.
And I'm presuming that I have at least enough innate knowledge, or at least enough gleaned from what Lou told me, that I recognize Countess Dulcina.
That's a very good guess. Yes.
Do I get to know which reason I recognize her for?
Give me an int roll.
All right.
Sure. You somewhere in your mind, you recognize her from some report you might have read somewhere.
I
about
have some memory
Cadre
somewhere
Red.
that I can dig up. You're like, Cadre Red, lady or Countess Dulcina. This is who Lou was talking. Okay.
And at this point, perception roll or not, you can tell Lou is pale and he is white and looks terrified at this point.
Total flight response, basically.
Yeah.
But like the deer in the headlights kind of flight, obviously.
Yep.
Commandant will just close his eyes and like just silently just sigh like, Lou.
Well, at this point, if you look around the bar, you'll only see the one door out, which is between Lou, or she's between Lou and the door. So, unless you want to go crashing through the brick wall, might need to go through her to get out.
When I give the signal, Lou, blink twice if you understand.
He shakes his head off and he's like, uh-huh.
Right. And with that,
Want to move into some combat? Unless you're going to take an action, someone's going to take an action on you.
Well, all right. So the next thing I'd like to have Commandant do is like dive out of the booth, like perspective's a little this way. Sorry, gossiping people. I like to have him just dive out of the booth like that, draw his pistol, and shoot at Countess Dulcina.
Okay, well, let us make sure that our scene has everyone we want in it. Commandant. Let's see, who's in combat? You are? You are. Okay. Fairly certain I have to click something. Click here to begin combat. There you go. So I like the GM black for the atmosphere and effect, but it really mucks with my finding the interface buttons. So I'm going to take this down to just midnight. It should work pretty much the same. Yeah, the bar's still good.
Groovy.
It didn't
Okay.
change a thing for me.
All right. So, from a dex perspective, Countess Dulcina is first.
Yeah, not too shocked about that. I was only aiming for Commandant to be like pretty dexterous for like a normal dude.
Oh yeah,
Or,
at an 18,
you know,
that's not bad at
like
all.
or like trained soldier dexterous. So if she's like legitimately superhuman, then like I would assume she is, because she kind of gives off a sort of a she kind of gives off the vibes of a vampire who thinks they're blending in with modern society.
Okay. So what she does here, um, uh, she puts her hands out, points them at Lou, and like a red mist / smoke goes from Lou to her. Let me just.
That's but it's not blood red, right? Right?
It's blood red, yeah.
Well,
Let's see.
you know
Oh.
what? You'll probably be fine, Lou. You look like you've got a few extra pints in you.
So, yes. That is a hit for sure. Okay. So what she's actually done is a drain to strength on Lou. And
Crap.
with that amount of dice, he drops his drink and he kind of goes numb in the booth.
Crap. He's like full on can't even move under his own strength anymore, drained, isn't he?
Sure looks that way.
Crap. Lou.
So I kind of wanted to have a villain in this world who used drains against people. Since everyone likes to have unified powers on things, we'll drain strength and see how many we can get. But it works really well on normals.
Yeah, I bet it does, because 0 strength in hero is totally like you're not even strong enough to move yourself, right?
Unless you make a 9 or less roll.
What was that, Kurt? What did you say, Kurt?
Unless you make a 9 or less roll. Yeah, pretty much. She's basically a TC V0. So it makes a 9 or less roll. Or, when it's off.
Okay. Well, she has gone. She has started toying with her target. And
with that,
we are to you, sir.
All right. I'd like to. I would like to leap. Well, do I need to leap? I suppose I don't need to leap, but it would look really cool. That's a tough choice. That's a tougher choice than it should be. But regardless of whether I leap out of the bench or not, I would like to draw my electro pistol and shoot Countess Dulcina with it.
All right, well, take your half move.
All right.
I don't. If I saw acrobatics on your sheet, I'd let you have the nice stylistic leap, but
Does he have acrobatics? He does not have
he does
acrobatics. All
not.
right. Well, that's fine. Maybe I could leap at her. No, because if I leap over here, right, then that disrupts everyone's time at the bar and hopefully gets more people to run out.
Well, at this point, no one's really reacted. You're kind of in a corner of the bar at this point.
Right. But I don't know, something about her. She doesn't seem like the type to be too worried about.
Well, if, as Lou had said, they're getting more bold, an attack in a bar like this might make sense. I don't know. Why don't you give me an intro? See if anything, any hint might have caught your eye that you're just now thinking about.
Sure. I do have tactics as well, if that's applicable.
It's not related to
Not sure
what I'm
if that
looking
would be.
for here.
Sure. Wow, those int rolls really coming in clutch. I
Yeah.
dig it.
So, over by the bar, there's a sign. What's the sign?
The one sign I see is Tavern 27, Springfield.
Tavern 27. Well, not quite 37. But maybe this is a level 37 bar.
Crap. Well, that's not a great scenario, but you know what? We're gonna be optimistic here. Maybe they're really crap. Maybe it's a bar for level 37 interns.
Well, yeah, you can't be above level 27 to get in here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pretend that makes any sense to me.
Yeah,
So,
All right, so you said you were going to make your move, and you're at
I'm
least going to
going
spring to
to.
your feet, right?
Yeah, I'll at least spring to my feet, if nothing else. And, ooh, I'll spring to my feet, and if I can, I'll draw my pistol as part of that.
That's fine.
And
I don't see it as you need to spend an action to draw it, but okay.
Or if he has charges.
and I'd like to train the gun on her and just belt out an order along the lines of like stop.
Okay.
Really, really leaning on the whole his words have power thing here, because otherwise could have just shot her. But you know what?
Well,
We're being optimistic here. And I'm
so,
assuming that'll be a presence attack.
Yes.
All right. Do I get any nice extra d6s on that, maybe, for having a gun?
She's unimpressed by your gun. At least since you haven't fired it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Go ahead. Roll. You have 30
think
presents, so that's what, 66?
Yep.
23? So, I'm going to have to ask other GMs if presence attack beats ego by 1. Is that really any effect?
Oh, it's so usually the
It's
keeping up against your presence, and he does beat her, he'll get to go before her. That's it.
You're really hard for me to understand, Kurt.
Well, can we pull it out a little better?
Did you understand him, Jacob?
no.
Well, you run games. What's ego plus 1 get you on a presence attack? I think it's
From what I
barely.
remember, it's it's like barely affected. Like they hesitate just enough that you act before them if you otherwise wouldn't next time that comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my point. I don't know if we can hear that better.
Presence attack 135. I know there's an easy chart here somewhere.
I have the Hero Combat Manager specifically so I can look up the result charts for all these things. I've never actually used it to manage a combat.
Target is impressed. He hesitates enough so that the attacker may act before him this phase or receives +5 presence only for the purpose of resisting contrary attacks. Well, already happened, but I do know that a presence attack does not take up your attack phase. It is something that you can still do an attack with.
All right.
She
And
kind of
so
looks
she-
at you and is like, maybe I need to take you out too.
All right, yeah, not sufficiently stopped. Prepare for
No.
gunshots because that is about to be your life.
All right. We'll
All
go
right,
for it.
time to hit. Oh, I'm guessing she has an OC or a DCV higher than 3.
Let me double check. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
shall I
quite
roll to see how much I menace the nearby wall?
The wall is also not impressed.
Oh, come on, man. You don't even know how many dice I have in it. Wait, you already have my character in here. You totally do.
It's 10 dice. Okay, maybe the wall's
Crap!
a little impressed, but it still stands there. It doesn't move.
Come on, wall!
It's
Everyone's against me.
It's a brick. It's not like this is a Japanese house. All right. Well, that is it for you.
Shots fired. Just not at Countess Dulcina, apparently.
Well, here's the thing. Hat girl. Let's see. Where's rotate? Come on. Right. Idle. Oh, come on. I just moved you. Right. Shots ring out from behind you.
But not at me, right?
Not at you. No, actually.
All right, we take those.
No. It appeared she was aiming at the Countess.
Ha!
But she missed.
Understandable.
Lou. Oh, poor Lou. He kind of sits there and drools on himself. He really, had she not completely drained his strength, he might draw a gun or something, but I don't think he's got anything he can do.
I was gonna say, I don't know how much he can do anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, I totally have a thing for this. For that.
You do?
Don't I do.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, I totally do. Okay. I forgot, because it didn't translate into the mod, which is my bad.
Yeah, we're all new characters for the most part. We're getting used to what they can and can't do, so all good.
Have to figure out a way to make a dummy button for the mod. I know Brynn will explain it to me at some point.
So you can make, we can do attack rolls in there. I know how to make them and know how to work with those. You can get with me after the session or some other time, and we'll figure it out what you need.
All right.
What is it that you were thinking of?
I was thinking I could use. I was thinking I could use inspire to try and see if I could inspire Lou enough to let him get up and move
Hmm.
at all.
Yeah.
So that, I think, will
Okay.
be what I do next.
All right. All right. Well, post 12 recovery. I know you took charges. So you don't, unless you used any ends, go ahead and take a recovery. I gotta remember. I gotta remember to
Oh, I
mark
think I
off
just
my end.
that was yeah. That okay. That is ignore that. It was nothing. I guess that was how badly I hit the wall. Take 8
right.
body brick wall.
That'll knock out some bricks. All right, her
And
recovery is higher than it took her than what she used, so we're good. All right.
I'm jealous. That's the dream.
Well, there's only been one action. So,
True.
all right. Post 12 recovery. No one needs to take one. Segment 1, segment 2. Countess Tilsina. She takes one look at you. Goes, "Oh, you're gonna be fun." She takes aim at you. She raises her hands towards you. DCV 9. So
Ha! That totally hits me.
I forgot to have us roll hero points at the beginning of the game. If you want to give me a 2d6 roll.
Yeah, I can do that.
Five. Would you like to spend hero points to have her miss you?
Yes. Yes, I would. I didn't give this character much strength.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to use 4 to have her miss.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. And the woman in the blue shirt behind you. Yeah, she kind of.
Oh.
She kind of slumps over, like, "Yeah, that's all right. I'll get you next time, boy."
Does the lady in the green shirt react to that?
Now she looks a little scared, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other patrons, the 2 guys, they're facing away, so they don't really see anything. People up in the balcony, they're oblivious. Guys playing pool, they're still playing pool.
But the lady in green, she just looks like mildly scared by this. Like, wow, oh, okay. She doesn't look like she's sitting there going,
Oh no,
excuse
she's
me,
gotten
what
up.
in the Sam hell is going on here?
Well, maybe this is a normal occurrence. I don't know, but yeah, she's up. She's she's kind of in the same stance as you because I ran out of animations, but let me get
Understandable.
let me do 3 rolls here. I don't have her in combat, so I'll just use someone else. Rolls. Let's see what we get. Well, with a total of 8, she's worried, but she's not freaked out. Okay, moving on. Your turn.
All right, so, oh, I thought Inspire was on here. I guess not. Okay, well, I
Well,
will.
I do see that you have it as a power.
I'm gonna half d6. I'm going to roll my inspire against Lou to try and give him the strength to move, and I'll just yell,
So it's
"Come on!"
area of effect. You could probably hit anyone in this radius.
Oh yeah, it totally is area of effect.
Yeah.
I forgot that was area of effect.
It looks like it's only 1.5 dice, but
Yeah, it's not very meaty, but you know, that happens. Who is Gossip Girl 2 looking at? Is she looking more at me or more at Countess Dulcina?
Dulcina, because
Oh.
she could see where it came from and who it hit.
Okay, well in that case, I'll hit her friend too with the inspire.
Okay, well it's selective. Yeah, just
Yes.
give me a couple 3 dice rolls and see what we get.
There we go.
With 3 dice rolls, they're selective. I've got your inspires listed as selective, which means.
Oh, you mean attack rolls, right?
Yep.
Duh. Sorry, my bad.
Sorry,
My
I
bad.
did say I said 3 dice. Yep, attack rolls. Just don't blow them terribly. Yeah. Okay.
Ah.
Nice rolls.
And who's the third for?
The lady behind you in blue.
Wait, then who's the second one for?
I thought you wanted to get the one who was looking, Gossip Girl number 2.
Oh, okay. No,
I figured you want to get
now.
Lou, the girl in blue, who's not going to resist. Yeah, and Gossip Girl 2. Yeah. Okay. So they each get 3, 4, and 4 points of strength back. So Lou stops drooling on himself and, can move his arms again. Girl in blue, well. Oh, I gave her an extra. She'll stand up, and she's confused, but all right. So you successfully got them back on their feet. Give me the right effect. There's too many hands in the way. Yeah, no, you're not going there, Lou. All right. So, what the heck? I had it use your phase, but it is not moving on.
That's
Oh, no, that was the end of 3. That's why.
Oh.
My mistake. Segment 4.
Far less concerning.
Yeah, it is. So Hat Girl. We'll call her Stacy. You know what? I didn't want to give you too many names to begin with, since you really had no idea. But we gave them all names. Stacy. We'll move over a little bit more. Get clear of the patrons a little bit. And she's going to take a shot at him. At her, sorry. Dulcina again. Come on, give me a good roll, Stace. Oh my god. So apparently apparently she wasn't just serving the drinks tonight.
How do you... Hold on. How did... Fantastic. Take that, ceiling.
Yeah. Lou actually, instead of running, I know you told him to run, but he fumbles for his gun.
Based Lou. All right, let's do this, guys.
Yeah, well.
Quick question.
What?
Commandant's OCV is showing up as 3. Is it really that low? Or is he got primary and secondary differences?
I show it as a 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
He actually has OCV3.
Okay.
Lou's also not.
Oh god. And I just realized why. Oh, that is
Did,
incredibly embarrassing.
did you forget about lack of figured characteristics with 6th edition or something?
Oh no, I love the lack of figured
Okay.
characteristics. That was no. I was supposed to set his speech powers to go off of OMCV, and I just never added that. So that's gonna
Oh.
be fun.
Well, I have no problem playing it as intended, even if it's not written that way, because I
I
understand
will
where that's going with.
I
And
will
it's
I will definitely have to make sure I account for that. I don't think it'll cost me anything because just changing the OCV is
OMCV to hit DCV is a 0 plus 0 advantage.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have to literally pay for my mistake. Thank goodness.
Yep. All right. Lou actually hit. You know, he may be a little weak and a little shaky, but apparently he's a good marksman still.
You know what? And he's the only guy in the bar who hasn't been drinking. So, you know.
Well, you didn't even
But
try your drink, so you don't know. All
look,
right.
I would have if the creepy vampire cosplay lady hadn't walked in and started sucking my contact's blood out.
Oh, you had a whole couple segments to figure that out. All right, so I got to look it up. He did 8 killing and 24 stun. That will actually hurt her.
Is it? What do you need to look up?
I just had to look at what her defenses were.
Oh. Okay, I was gonna say if it's like rules related, I might know that, but if it's like what her stats are,
Yeah, no. And, you know, you create a character and play an entire season. I've been creating NPCs that I'm going to play like once, maybe twice. So
yeah, I feel that.
hard to learn them.
I think like 3/4 of all the characters I made for my game, I played once.
Okay. So it is a killing attack. Let's roll knockback. It was 8 body. Oh, no, it's 3 dice for a killing attack, isn't
Right.
it?
Yep.
Wrong number. Went the wrong way. So she stands there and takes a slug to the chest and, you know, looks a little phased, but just kind of smiles at Lou. Lou, you're being naughty. Why don't you come with me? All right, that is the end of 4s. I got a giant purple hand in the way. All right, segment 5. So, interestingly, give me a second. You can hear the heavy door clang shut again. It clangs against the wall. Everyone stops because of the loud noise. Standing in the doorway, ready for a fight, is none other than Captain a.k.a. He scans the room, looking for threats, and immediately calls out to Lady Countess Dulcina, "Hey, Vamtramp, you shouldn't have come out tonight." He joins in the fight and acts against her. I just got to get him added to combat. Oh. Heck. Oh, there he is. Yeah, that populating the scene is an add-on or a little item I wrote called the scene builder.
Please.
So, and he actually is going to go. All right. like I said, made up a bunch of characters. Got to look them up still. And that shield that he is holding, he's gonna throw it at her. You know, so you as a player don't know him, but most people in the world do know who he is. He's a well-known super agent for the IERA. He's been characterized by his patriotic demeanor, his honesty, his charisma, and the good deeds he's done in the service to his country in the IERA. He's a role model for young boys and girls, and posters with his likeness sell by the thousands and are hung around the rooms in the country. So,
Okay, sorry about that.
did you catch what I'd said?
No.
Okay. So, did you see the guy come in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Where I had to step away, Captain.
oh,
Captain
I didn't hear you had to
Ira,
step away. I'm sorry. So,
It's
Captain-
fine. He stepped in and joined the combat.
Yep.
Was where I left off.
Oh, I was giving you a rundown. Since you as a player, you probably don't know who he is because, well, I made him up. Your character would know who he is. He's a well-known super agent for the IERA and is characterized by his patriotic demeanor, his honesty, his charisma, and his good deeds he's done in service to his country in the IERA. He's a role model for young boys and girls, and posters with his likeness sell by the thousands and are hung in rooms around the country.
I dig it. I also dig the stealth visual pun
The stealth visual pun?
of a Captain America proxy and somebody who is using the Winter Soldier's model and a
Totally.
big chunk of his backstory.
Totally. Yeah, when we talked about Winter Soldier, I'm like, all right, I gotta find a way to integrate Captain America type in, and I'd actually made him 4 months ago. I just didn't have the mini yet. So, are you watching? This isn't the movie he's doing, but this is what sold me on him. Ready? Oh yeah, the leaping shield jump.
He came rigged for that?
No, I made it.
Right.
Oh, that's
Oh,
even
nice.
more impressive.
Oh, all right. Well, he is going to take a pot shot at. He's going to throw. Oh, hold on. He's going to throw his shield at her. Shield throw. And he is going to slightly miss. Apparently, the sense of being dramatic coming into the room was just enough to throw off his aim.
Drama is more important than good aim.
Absolutely. Okay. We now have Countess Dulcina to go. She turns around and sizes up the new threat. It looks like you boys really all want a piece of me. You should know better by now. Let's see if she wants to do something different against him. No, I think he needs to be weak. Wow. We're just on the rolls on this side tonight. But what we don't see is this is a little bit different. Wow. Okay. He is drained of his strength as well. But he's still standing there. He's still ready for a fight. But that's it for her.
Joke's on you. He comes prepared with like 6 extra pints of blood for every mission he goes on.
You know, I wondered how she would do in a fight like this, and I wasn't anticipating it to go this well for her. Because that was a really good roll against him.
I
All
I'll
right.
just.
Yep, it is your turn.
All right, so Commandant will. He'll yell out, "How you holding up, Cap?"
And he'll look at you, and he has a really surprised look on his face. He looks puzzled, perplexed.
I.
Oh, we'll even say shocked.
Oh, crap.
What?
We're. Oh, crap. We're really going all in on the Winter Soldier reference. This is. Oh. Oh, boy. We have a history.
You
Here's
have to be
hoping.
careful what you ask for. You just might get it.
Here's hoping we're still ex-best friends in this.
I would not copy mainstream stories quite to that extent. We'll get there, maybe, if you survive.
Well,
It is your phase.
well, then I have to trust that he's more concerned about the vampire lady. I'm going to hit. I'm gonna hit the good captain with Where is it? There we go. With take aim, which is my aid to OCV.
Okay. Now, requires a presence roll. Is this you
Yep.
shouting at him?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
me like it's yeah. That whole multi-power
So
are like orders that he gives.
so give me a good rally cry to give to him.
Oh, I've got it. Show her the stars, Cap. And I'll do my presence roll there.
His eyes become laser focused on her.
And
And he's still looking at you. Anytime his eyes look over at you, he just his eyes keep darting to you, even though he's in the middle of this fight. So he gets a bonus to his OCV. Is that correct?
yes.
All right. Let's see. And that was total of 11. So that's plus 1 OCV. Because it's like, what, 10 points for OCV?
Something like that. I don't know if it's 10 exactly, but it's somewhere in that range.
OCV. Oh, it's 5, so that gives him 2. Okay. Well, that would
Go
have been good to
Commandant.
have a segment ago. But he feels focused. He's ready to go. All right, that is the end of 6. All right, Captain IERA. He was not quite as affected by that drain as you might think. He is actually going to... Where does it go? Martial arts, talents. Shield slam, there we go. I knew I wrote that in there. He is going to run at her. And bam, I get to use it.
Nice.
Dice rolls, let's do it to hit. Oh, I didn't even add the +2, but yeah, that's definitely a hit. I actually have to look at this real quick. It says +4. All right, that is 8. $24. That is going to hit her. Hurt her. And let's roll some knockback. She doesn't go anywhere, but she does still take a hit.
Dang, still no knockback on her?
Just the way the dice rolled, he got low body on that. He only got 6 body on 8 dice.
Oh, wow. I'm sure everyone in here who's paying attention is just shocked at how well she's able to hold her footing in high heels.
Yeah, I guess that is the case. So it's funny how the villain of the story, I knew I wanted a vampire, and it changed just based on the models I was able to find to use for it. So
Makes sense.
who is next? Oh, I gotta add Gossip Girl in. Not that I think she's gonna be able to do much. No, she's speed 2. We'll get her on 12. All right, so Stacy, everyone is really picking on this poor vampire girl. All she had to do was, all she did was want to talk to Lou. Everyone jumped on her like she was some sort of murderer.
In this country, man, we don't typically talk to people by sucking the blood out of them from across the room. It's customary to at least close the distance before you do something like that. Come on.
Oh, look at that. Stacy's crack shot.
I see. She shot the ceiling to get the sights set in, right?
Well, she was still pulling it from the waistband of that skirt or something the first time. Oh,
I'm sorry, did that say... I'm sorry, did that say M4 carbine?
Yeah? It's what I had on the character sheet. It's not exactly that. It's a smaller gun, but it had the right damage I wanted. But she may have hit.
Okay.
She may have hit, but didn't do anything.
Crap, she's got one of them there resistant defenses.
Well, yeah, and it looked like the multiplier was low 4 body. So, and she stands there and takes another slug and doesn't go anywhere.
No, it did 12 stun. That was a 3.
Well, and it's just because she rolled 4 on 2 dice. I'm sorry, 2.5 dice. Oh. Okay, well, that is it for her. Everyone wants to hit the Countess here. And Lou misses.
Come on, Lou.
Oh, wait, no, he had a plus to OCV. He had... Oh, no, it was plus to strength. It was just the captain who had the plus to OCV.
Yes.
So... she gets to go. How is she feeling? She's feeling a little surrounded here, but... Let's see, what color are you? You're purple. You can't see her anymore. You can't hear her anymore. Did she actually disappear from your screen?
No.
Really?
No.
She's right there. Well, she's not right there, but
Let's see
yeah.
what's called. I still see it as well.
I think he was trying to do like, whoop, now she disappeared.
Ah. There she goes.
So she's gone for you?
Yes.
Oh, good. And I'm going to give her back to Teal? Where's Teal? And Brown. Can you see her, Jerry?
I can see.
I see her.
Okay. So this is a little invisibility token that Jason had written. So we are testing it out since she has that power.
Wow, that's really cool. Also, I can see her again.
Really? Oh. That's really strange. How about now?
Okay, she's gone.
Is she back?
Yes.
Interesting. If I toggle on Brown, you see her.
Because he's in the general he's with Spades.
Oh. Should I hop off Spades? Oh, that's not the button for that. Should I hop off Spades?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, is that the GM channel?
Yeah, Spades is the GM channel.
Oh, I thought Spades was the I can see the turn counter channel.
That's hard. Well, yeah, it's both.
I thought
So
there
just tell me if you can see her or no.
Okay, I cannot see her now.
Okay.
I see her.
All right.
Okay.
Interesting. I did not know how that worked. So
I
now we
didn't know it worked that way too. Oh, well, yeah, kind of did, but didn't.
I don't suppose you have any sort of senses to help you detect invisible, do you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. Maybe I could convince her to uninvisible. Commandant is very persuasive when he needs to be. Other than that, no, I just shout at people.
So, why don't you go ahead and make a perception roll anyway? Make it really good and we'll see.
What? Where the hell did that come from?
Well, you know, when someone's invisible, they've got the fringe. You can see her moving towards Lou. That little shimmer is moving over that way.
Right. All right. Well,
let's see if Lou notices. Not quite enough.
I'll look to Captain Ira to see if he looks like does he. I'll check him to see if he looks perplexed, like she disappeared, or if he's like spotted the fringe himself.
So Lou doubles over.
What, like he's been punched?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just need to verify.
This is gonna...
Oh, so close.
He got punched like Caesar got punched, didn't
he? He got stabbed, but... Oh, let's make a roll here. Just a 3 dice roll for activation. But she stabbed him in his bulletproof vest. So while he takes some stun, he does not take the body. And Lou's eyes kind of roll up in his head. 4. Did I do the math? Yep. He got stunned.
All right, so he's not unconscious.
He is
but
not bleeding. She stabbed at his bulletproof vest, but it was still enough to stun him. Basically, killing attack with a knife didn't penetrate the resistant PD, but got a really good stun multiplier.
Right. Okay. But it wasn't enough to knock him out. He's just stunned for the moment.
Yes.
All right. So the knockout comes later.
All right, Commandant's phase. You kind of have an idea where she's at? Especially since, you saw Lou just double over and you could kind of see that she was over there.
Yeah. I'm going to yell at Lou to get it together. Because that's another... Oh, sorry, ma'am. Didn't mean to pick you up there. Because that's another one of Commandant's orders.
Oh, look at that. All right, go ahead, roll it.
Alrighty.
Can a person who is stunned take a... No, take an order?
I'm pretty sure I can't unstun him because I don't think there's any way to remove status effects in base hero.
Nope, it's just the special effect of having to yell to cause it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll. I'm sure your presence attack is going to be fine.
That is not presence, that is recovery. Do not roll that. Roll that one. There we go.
Yeah. All right. So give me 3 dice. Stun is what? 2 for 1?
What?
Oh, you rolled another to hit. If you want to roll, you got 16 on 3 dice, so. Well,
okay.
that is enough to take him, pretty much offset what's been done to him. He is still stunned, but...
Oh no, that wasn't the damage roll. This is the damage roll.
Oh. Are you sure it wasn't the 16 that was on 3 dice just before it? I'm giving you an out.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. All right. Well, Lou is a little more steady, but that's your phase. Oh, Captain Aira. He's going to look around for her. He kind of knows. Yep. All right, well, not a whole lot he can do other than he's going to keep trying to slam at her. He's going to have to attack with a minus here. But he's got bonuses from you.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. I played that the wrong way. Let's re-roll that. Well, that is just enough to hit her at that, so... I was using the wrong character to roll. Either way. 8d6, 25. All right. Well, his shield slams into something. You hear a thud and a clang, and you can tell he's made contact with her.
All right. Go Cap.
Okay, that's actually the end of tens. 11, 12. Oh, our favorite little vamp gets to go. You actually hear her. Lou, I'll be back for you later. You've got too many friends here tonight. And, well, since you kind of see the shimmer that you've kind of been tracking, kind of blends into the wall and then disappears.
Oh. That would be an interesting set of powers, like
Huh.
stages of invisibility, just to throw people off.
Say that again?
So that'd be an interesting set of powers, like staged invisibility. So you have like an invisibility with a fringe and a separate invisibility with no fringe. So you fight somebody, you turn fringe invisible, and they get
Yep.
used to looking for the fringe, and then you go no fringe invisible, and they spend a bunch of time looking for the fringe that isn't there now.
So she's not there. Captain Iria is going to pull Lou away from the wall. And he's going to get him behind his shield. But everyone heard her say that she'll be back when he has less friends around. So y'all kind of think that she might have bugged out.
Right.
But now with the clamor of the fight having broken out, Stacy comes over. And
Like,
she's looking at her, she's like, "Who are you?" To you. And Captain Iuri is like, "Who the hell are you and what are you doing here?" Even Lou is like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? If he's here, who the hell are you?"
I'll just like blink slowly. I'm Commandant.
Who?
What?
I'm going to end combat here because we're out of combat.
Okay.
No, who are you and why are you here?
I'm just gonna look around at all of them and say, I don't know.
Oh, that. And Captain Iuri will do most of the talking, but Lou and Stacy are not shy about their opinions. What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. The last thing I remember was coming through that door with a scrap of paper, which is probably long gone now, telling me to meet Big Lou.
And Lou speaks up. Cap, you know what? I gave him the full debrief. And Cap's like, on everything we've been doing. But you know what? And Lou speaks up. He's like, you know what? He did try and fight her. He was protecting me. Who are you working
Yes,
for? Lou asks, who are you working for?
I I'm guessing I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Captain Irie says, you know what? Can you come with me? I want to take you somewhere.
I suppose. Is he going to be all right?
Oh no, Lou's coming with me. Stacy, you did good tonight. But your cover's been blown. We got to get out of here. Okay. I am going to. So, outside, you'll see that there's actually an IERA, a couple vehicles, and some agents that are milling about. Captain and Lou. Lou's going to go in one. Lou and Stacy are going to go in one car. The captain and you are going to be in another, and they're going to take you someplace.
Right.
So,
I won't.
after
I
just a
won't
little
make
bit
that
of.
any more difficult.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, right. I'm not going to do anything to make that more difficult.
Okay. Well, after a little bit of driving, they're going to take you to which looks like a precinct house or something, but it's not cops. It's an IERA facility, and they bring you to this room that you're sitting in. He's not there right now. I have him locked. Yeah, and you've been left in there for about 30 minutes. Is there anything you want to do with that time while you're in here?
Am I restrained?
No, you are not.
Okay. I'll. Did they take my? I presume they would have taken my knife and my pistol.
He would have asked you for them. Would you give them up willingly?
I would have probably if Cap was with me, I'd have probably looked to Cap for the answer to whether or not I should, and if he didn't offer any resistance, I'd probably be like, yeah, okay. Or if he indicated in any way that these people were trustworthy,
No.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he these are his guys. In fact, if you're more comfortable, he'll hold on to them.
All right.
Okay. So you're in the room.
And then I'll give them to him, and I'll even vocally remark that's fine. I probably have less chance getting them off you than anyone else.
I probably could have taken them from you, but I appreciate you giving them to me voluntarily. So you're in this room for a little while. Is there anything you want to do while you're in here?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing
All right.
jumps
Well,
out at.
then, after a little while, the door will open, and he'll come in. Door will shut behind him. Okay. I'm going to ask you again. Who are you, and why were you at the tavern tonight? What aren't you telling me?
I'll lay out what I know. My name is Robert Black. My code name is Commandant, and I came to walking through the doors to that bar with a piece of paper in my hand telling me to meet Big Lou.
That's a really interesting story. I believe you on one hand. I believe you're Robert Black. I really do. We just don't know why you were there. And, this will go on for just a little bit. I'm not going to roleplay all of that, but let's just say that, he's trying to grill you. He wants to know, what's going on. And
Sure.
I can't get my mouse. I did a lot of this work in first person, so
That makes
getting,
sense, yeah.
there we go, unlock. Well, I locked the tech. So after a little bit, the door will open, and a tech will come in and hand him a file of papers, photos on it.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, do you need a minute or two? Do you need a minute or two? Can you still hear me, Jerry?
Except that it's not loud.
Okay.
A little better.
All right. We'll give him a minute to come back then.
Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. We're getting close. So after a little bit, the door opens and a tech comes in, hands Captain a.k.a. a folder, and whispers something in his ear, real low. You're not going to be able to hear it, and then leaves again. And he opens the folder, looks at it briefly, and brings it over the table, and plops down 4 photos on the table and says, and asks you, "Do you know these people?" And you're looking at it. There's 4 different people. There's nothing distinct about any of them. You don't recognize them.
Then I'll just sort of vocalize that as, no, should I?
Well, that's a good question, and I'm a real good. I'd like to think I'm pretty good at knowing if you're lying. I mean, I'd recognize that expression on your face anytime. But after we left, the rest of my team intercepted and apprehended known level 37 operatives parked nearby with a suitcase device and listening gear. The thugs playing pool in the tavern, they had mics, were transmitting your conversation out to the car where they were recording it. They were listening in on what Lou was telling you. So our techs have been able to analyze the suitcase device and determine it's a control device for a neurological implant. We think we have a good picture of what really happened here, and if you'll agree, our techs want to take a look at that arm of yours, see if it contains the receiver, and remove it so maybe level 37 can't do that again.
I don't like the idea of being separated from my arm. We've been through a lot, me and this arm. Or
Oh,
I
no,
like
no,
to
no.
think
We
so,
wouldn't take it
anyway.
off. We'll just look at it.
Well, I mean, I
Well,
like the idea of blacking out again even less, so
I'm sure.
you know
Hey,
what?
you know what?
Go ahead.
So anyway, they can get to that shortly, but now I got orders to bring you to my boss. He has an offer for you. It's nothing bad, I promise. You can trust me. I have an honest face. As he says this, he removes his cowl, and when it's off, you can see that he has your face. It's slightly more youthful and cleaner cut, but it's definitely your face. We've confirmed you are the original Robert Black. It's an honor to meet you, sir.
I'll
That's the
is he
end.
like? Oh, okay. Awesome.
It's a sweet twist, dude.
So I figure in the future you can explore that a little bit, but I wanted to leave it there as kind of like the revelation moment and give you a little bit behind the scenes of what I was thinking when I put this together, and what you as a player can know what's actually happened.
Sure.
So, Commandant has been on at a level 37 facility for an indeterminate amount of time, and I'll let you figure out how long that's been between blackouts, but has been activated and has been sent on a mission to discover what Big Lou knows about their plans and organizations. About the plans and organizations that will be collected by level 37 agents when he leaves the bar, unless he leaves with Captain IRA. You knew that. Lou was not aware that Count Stilcina has been following and killing his men to go up the chain to find out he was snooping around the level 37 business in Cincinnati recently. So, Captain IERA, Robbie Black, is a clone, or rather a part of a series of clones that have been produced from Commandant's DNA over the years.
Interesting.
So,
well, I would ask to what end, but that's probably a hook, isn't it?
Yeah. So, notes about the future. Commandant is the original hero the IERA began their cloning work with. However, has been missing for some time. There hasn't been a reporter sighting of him at least 5 years, and it was spotty before them. The IERA would like him to join their ranks and help them with their Captain IERA program. The DNA they've been using has been breaking down, and the clones have been degrading with each generation. Given the status of Captain IERA, they would like to continue the program and would like his help and support. Basically, what it means is his boss is going to offer you a job in one of their teams. They just need your help in DNA from time to time, because they've got a public-facing hero based on you that they need to keep cloning. There's been reports of Captain IERA having been killed previously. Obviously, it was a clone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm presuming they handle things like that getting out the same way as like Spartans in Halo are, where they just are like, no, he wasn't killed. He just went missing in action for a little bit. We found him, obviously.
The rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So, that's what we came up for you.
Well, this is super interesting. I can't wait to dig into this.
So, hopefully that gives you some backstory that you can help give us some ideas on, and gives you a tie into the world and with the IERA. So, now that you've run through the scenarios, is there anything you'd like to say about what he's thinking, or what you think the future holds for him?
He's going to find it very interesting that that the IERA have clones of him, apparently. There will probably be some amount of wondering if this is the right call, siding with the people he woke up, like, infiltrating, basically. But it won't last long, because he need only think back to, oh yeah, the guys who sent me here to infiltrate, they also sent, like, the evil murder vampire lady. So, yeah, no.
And that's an interesting point that I'd thought about. Cadre Red might act a little bit more independently from level 37 than the people who were listening in to find out what you knew about their operation.
Right. Which might also
I'm sorry,
lead to more,
what the IERA knew. Yes.
And that might lead to more doubts as well.
You played
Maybe she did. Sorry, what?
I was going to say, you played wonderfully in their hands by pressing Lou for everything he knew, and made that wonderful roll so that they knew exactly what the IERA knows.
Yeah, well, I made up for it by shouting at him.
Yeah, the guys playing pool. Yeah, they were the ones listening. And if they weren't going to get their asses kicked too badly, they were going to join in. But as soon as the captain showed up, yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll just play pool.
That's
But
a legitimate superhuman. We're not paid enough for that.
exactly. But Lou and Stacy, well, I'm sorry, Lou is a contractor for the IERA. You know, he's in charge of finding the lodge. And
I'm
what he
guessing-
told you about the lodge is all true. Well, except for the stuff that might not be.
But that's just espionage.
Right. And Stacy is actually was there for your protection. She's an undercover agent as well.
For my protection.
Well, or lose protection, both of you.
Okay. Because one of those means the IERA had to know I'd be there,
Well,
which...
so do you remember when Lou said that he called you last night? It wasn't you he
Oh,
called. It was the
right.
real Robbie
Yeah,
Black.
he mentioned expecting the other identity,
Yep.
and he was referring to Captain IERA.
And, you know, he's cleaner cut, so Stacy noted the stubble. So, you fell right into my hands.
Yep.
So, in the bar, you probably could have incited any of those patrons to help you in your fight if you had really chosen to. So I thought we might need, Jerry or Kurt to play a whole lot more NPCs. So I tried to give you lots of people to use if you needed them.
That's funny, because my thought process through that was, these are all, like, innocent people.
Yeah, well, I didn't know which way you'd go.
That's fair. Sorry, guys, didn't mean to accidentally cheat you out of your chance to play a mob.
Oh, it's okay.
That's all right.
It's okay. You're the star of the segment.
Oh, yeah. But with that, I have to go get ready for work.
All right. Well, thank you, Jerry. I like that we ended pretty much right here at 11 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
all right. I'm
Graveyard
going to
sucks.
stop the recording.